805. All right now. Miss 885.
I'm here tonight to ask you to vote no outright on the Bedford Union Armory proposal. No secret recommendations, outright. This project is bad for this community and bad for our future. Any project that takes city-owned property and turns it into any amount of market-rate housing is a win-win for developers and a lose-lose for this community. You know the challenges here and the desperate need for low-income, affordable housing in this community. This project does nothing to serve that need. We've seen this story played out all over the city. We know displacement comes with projects like these. The Armory's got to be 100% affordable housing and affordable to existing local residents who are here today. You have an opportunity to be a leader here, to be the voice of this community tonight. You can put power and strength behind the hundreds of voices that have protested and rallied and march to oppose this project. Everybody here in this room and out there on the streets. So I ask you to stand up and say no in the face of a council member who supported this project until it was no longer politically feasible to do so. I ask you to stand up and say no in the face of a mayor who's counting on pushing this project through. I ask you to vote no on this project, no outright. No recommendations, just no. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to move on now. Miss Alicia Boyd. No boy, no boy. Keep the board and the chin down.
People sometimes ask me why I fight so hard for this community. And my answer is simple. I love the people. My neighbors, the old ladies walking down the block with their shopping carts from Western Beach, the young men hanging outside the apartment building, shooting the breeze. And when you love something, you protect it. You value it. You don't give it away, treat it like it's worthless. But that is what Lori Cumbo has done to our community. She has demonstrated that she does not care, respect, or even value the land that we hold dear. BFC finally told us the deal that Lori Cumbo negotiated for 1/3 of the Bedford Armory to be sold for $1. And that they will not be providing the community with the financial records for this historic deal. Never in the history of New York City has 1/3 of a city block been given to anyone for $1. For 2 years, this community has been fighting this development, but we have forgotten one thing. This land is ours. Public land does not belong to the mayor, does not belong to Lori Cumbo, it belongs to the people. Lori Cumbo took an oath to protect us, to represent us, to act on our behalf, to ensure our public assets are used for our benefit. She's broken her promise and her oath to us. And still she disrespects us by grandstanding and saying no, when in fact she truly said no, this deal will not be moving forward.
That's right.
She continues to view us as stupid, ignorant people, easily swayed by a few words and a pretty face. So I ask this question. Who here would like to stop this deal? Please raise your hand. here is your opportunity. For the next 2 months, I will be meeting at my house, 89 Sterling Street, starting tomorrow, to strategize and work on stopping this deal. I believe the courts need to be involved in this deal. This needs to go to a judge. We need to see the financials of our property that's being sold, and we need to have input on how our property is being managed, because it is clear that Lori Cumbo has failed in her job. This is our land, and we better start acting like it. There's flyers going around with my telephone number and my address. If you want to get involved, if you really want to stop this, the only thing that's going to stop this is a lawsuit. Let a judge look at this deal that they're making and find out if it's actually in our benefit to sell off a third of a city block to build 56 luxury condos. Let a judge decide that the financials should not be disclosed to the public when you're doing a your process. Let a judge decide that PFC has been fair in the way in which they treat this community. Let a judge decide that 70,000 people that are homeless, and most of them coming from our communities, we should be building luxury townhouses.
All right. Well, all right, everybody, let's calm down. We got some more speakers. Ms. Boyd, I'm glad you dropped the mic. Thank you. So we're going to move on. So Lorenzo Portelli. Let's give everybody a chance to speak. Lorenzo Portelli. Come on down, Lorenzo. All right, everyone, come on. Lorenzo Portelli.
Good evening, everybody. I know either way we're gonna fight this out, and it's good that we can come together like this and agree to disagree. However, I think that I am for the project. I think this goes back to the young lady who came up. We have so many kids who are never gonna be able to think outside the box because we're in our same neighborhood, we see the same faces day after day, night after night. However, when projects like this come in, and they bring in other communities, other cultures. Our youth gets a different thought, gets a different point of idea, and then they're able to grow. A lot of you spend hard-earned money sending your kids to different schools, sending your kids to different camps. Here we are, we have this coming into the neighborhood. If they come into the neighborhood, it's going to put your kids around different thinking, around other people.
Let's give each speaker the same respect, even if they disagree.
I completely understand. Listen, I'm in the same neighborhood. People with money come in, they build it up. If they were building a mall with all these different boutique stores that we couldn't afford, then okay. But this is affecting the kids' thoughts and the way they think. So just think about the youth. Everybody who's older is fighting because you know how to fight. Your kids don't know how to fight. So this, bringing this community in, it's going to build a different culture and a different way of thinking. And I just want you to think outside the box.
Thank you. Listen. We gotta get through this meeting. We got more speakers. And see all that noise when he said the kids don't know how to fight. He said, I do. So listen, let's give every speaker their respect. They have 3 minutes. Let's get through this. We still have a vote. Next, Victor Moses. Victor?
Good evening, everyone. So, to the last gentleman, I'm also from this community, born and raised in East Flatbush, but as far as I'm concerned, Crown Heights is something that really near to my heart. So I have something to tell you. When Chairman Musa Moore was running the chairmanship of Community Board 9 during the middle of autumn of 2016, I would like to inform the community that he was also a lobbyist for the real estate industry. He currently works for Riverside Developer USA Incorporated and SNG Realty One Limited Liability Corporation. His job is to pander real estate deals to New York City Council members on behalf of his clients. His employers at SNG also hire other lobbyists to target community boards to influence the determination of community board postings and assignments. And it should be no surprise to you that these people are over this very process that we're arguing about now. During the exact time that Moore has been the sitting chairman of Community Board 9, he has received over $52,500 from the real estate industry. All this information may be viewed via the New York City Lobbyist search engine and is public record. Please be aware that New York City Community Board's main purpose is, according to the city charter, to make determinations about land use within the community with community consent. To have a chairperson working for the real estate industry on issues that are of extreme importance to his employers poses a serious conflict of interest and is in no way reflective of the views of the community and those who have a vested stake in the outcome of this argument. Especially since there have been countless fights in communities all over New York City, not just in Crown Heights, regarding real estate interests. The federal government, along with local government, have very strict rules about conflict of interest issues, and this information is being provided to the board members before they vote on a new chairperson for Community Board 9. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Well, Brother Moses, I appreciate that information, and we're going to move on. But before we do, a couple of things he forgot to leave out is New York for Change. Not only have I worked with you for many years, 15 years, I was the political director for the Public Employees Federation and represented 52,000 statewide employees, making sure their rights was protected. What he forgot to leave out is, while a lot of our brothers and sisters were being incarcerated, unjust, and serving 20, 25 years, I stepped forward and ran Ken Thompson for district attorney. And you see how we work that out. So the beauty is, I appreciate that information, but we can't have alternative facts. We gotta have the full facts and full information. So we're gonna move on. Next, we're gonna have G. Fontaine. And the truth will set you free. John.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John, and I'm a longtime resident of Crown Heights and Community Board 9. My first request is to Community Board 9 members and the new members begin to continue to vote no for this type of proposal. That's critical that you vote no. And I also urge you to write official letters to the mayor, to Economic Development Corporation president, to let them know that whatever the proposal that they're going to vote for at City Council, which is currently our representative is Lori Cumbo, to write directly to them to vote no, to continue to put pressure on them not for this type of proposal. When BFC Partners or anyone built, as Musa Moore said, you're going to build a condominium building on public land in Crown Heights, where we need opportunities in this new world where the economy is on high technology, all the great jobs. You couldn't even get a job in Google in Manhattan if you're a minority. 0.001% to enter that building and get a job with Google, Yahoo, or any of those jobs. 3D printing. You have no minorities doing 3D printing. All this is the future. This is where the jobs are for your children and the young people that said they're going to be integrated with these rich people in our neighborhood, which I bet you may not necessarily happen. The 1% tend to stay and want to live by themselves. So I just want to say that you want to make sure you get the proposal with a third of the property. I love the dome that they're going to build. All of us can exercise is great. The affordable 100% housing is great. It's that third piece That third piece is supposed to be for our community to be able to grow and get the things that we want for that third piece, not condominium building. Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we're going to move on to Paula Jones. Ms. Jones. Paula Jones. One more time, Ms. Paula Jones. Should that happen? Okay, we'll come back. Oh, she left? Oh, okay. Next, MC Martinez. MC Martindale. Okay, gotcha. Next, Sabrina Lewis. Sabrina Lewis.
Happy New Evening, everyone. Happy New Evening. My name is Sabrina Lewis. I'm representing Kingsbrook Jewish Medical Center. I just wanted you all to know that we have many community events taking place to teach you all about health and wellness. So, I have some flyers up front. We have CPR training. It's free for the community. It's free. So come on out. All you have to do is call the RSVP, and I will put your name down. We also have domestic violence awareness, a workshop coming up, and I want you all to take some flyers. Domestic violence is really huge in communities everywhere, and we are educating everyone who will come about it. If you have any questions, feel free to call me at 718-363-6610. Blessings of love. Have a good night.
Next, Margaret Walton. Ms. Walton. Welcome. Good, how are you?
Good evening, I'll be very quick. I'm here from Brooklyn Children's Museum, and I'm here to announce that we're having our second annual One Crown Heights Festival on Sunday, July 9th in Borough Park at Park Place and Kingston Avenue. The museum is also open free that day. We have free admission on Sunday, July 9th. The festival has live entertainment, activities for kids, the park's recreation bands, balloons, face painting, refreshments for sale, kosher, non-kosher, and all of those good things that everybody loves. And I just want to thank our Project Care partners, among them the Brooklyn delegation of the City Council, the Borough President, Congressman Clark, City Council members Robert Cornegie, Roy Cumbo, Matthew Eugene, State Senator Jesse Hamilton, Councilmember Darlene Neely, and a host of community organizations here in Crown Heights, such as the Crown Heights Community Council, and many others. I won't read all the names. So, Sunday, July 9th, 12 to 5 is the festival. The museum is also open free that day from 10 to 5. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, Victoria Phillips. Victoria Phillips. Ms. Phillips. Welcome.
Peace and blessings, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I was invited here tonight. My name is Victoria Phillips. Most people just call me Ms. V. I work at the Urban Justice Center as a community health and justice organizer. But I organize on a local and national level. I'm a social justice activist, a cognitive behavior therapist, and I do a lot in the criminal justice system. I was invited tonight to tell you all I'm having an event that I think is really important for our community as people of color. It's called the Black Mental Health Matters. It's July 15th at my law office, the Urban Justice Center, 40 Rector Street, from 9 to 4. The topic that we will be discussing is extremely important to all of you tonight because I think I'm just going to briefly, we're talking about immigration, mass incarceration, police brutality, local government, how to get involved and make your local politicians work for you, which I think touches on everything tonight. The young lady in the audience in the back, you wanted to know about the situation, come out to my event. We will teach you how to organize, how to get involved with your politicians. We will teach you how to get involved with the elders. A lot of elders in the community need to show up to the sister that's inviting everybody to her house. That's very important. It's important to educate and organize and strategize at the same time. A lot of people was worried about the city council or who is the mayor's final say. Honestly, it's our final say. I do not live in this community, but as a person from Brooklyn, as a person whose parents served in the military, as a person whose mother is buried in the military cemetery, I'm here to teach you your rights. I'm here to teach you how to organize and teach each other about their rights. Come up to my event, because I want to help you help yourself. Do not let these politicians intimidate you. You have rights. And your say is the final say. You are the people. It does not matter what Lori says. It does not, and what you say. It does not matter. I've organized and went up against her before, but I understand that fine line. The mayor does not have no final say. Our people built this city. Our people, this city was based on our blood, sweat, and tears, our ancestors. It's our say what goes up and down the block. It's our say where our kids get a center if they do not get a center. Do not allow anybody. Show up at the mayor's office. Show up at his home. I rally outside the mansion. Show up at her office right downtown Brooklyn. Show up. It's not on this. Keep your foot on their neck and do your job as a community. You have to nation build and not be afraid. Use your voice. Use your power. 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I had brain surgery. I'm going to teach you how to utilize healthcare. I'm going to teach you how to survive. I'm going to come out to my event. I'm so serious because mental health is something that we don't even address as a community. It's taboo. I'm from the hood, and people say they live in the hood. That's why I said that. I'm from the hood. I'm going to give you the mic. I'm from the hood. And I want to teach you how to survive in the hood. I want to teach you how to not allow people to come and gentrify the hood. How to buy up your own hood. They change the property level, the rezoning, and they allow our people to go into foreclosure, and then other people come in and scrape up our entire block. I'm here to teach you how to survive as a melon person in America. You don't have to run, you don't have to fight, all you have to do is unite. Peace and life.
Excellent, excellent. So we have one more speaker, Dr. Fredericks, beside up. Come on down, Dr. Fredericks.
Thank you. And I am with you guys about the project, the Brooklyn Armory project. I think it definitely should not go through the way it is. I want to say thank you to you guys for being able to serve you for the past 2 years. It is a sad day when 2 people, Ms. Carmen Martinez, who is supposed to be a volunteer in CB9 office, and Ms. Ingrid Lewis-Martin at the Borough President office, to conspire to remove good and dedicated representatives from the board under the guise of allowing other devoted community residents to be given the opportunity to make their contribution. In the past 2 years on the board, I was the education chair, and for the second year, I was still that plus the first vice chair, interim chair for 2 months, and the search committee chair during the second year. Unfortunately, I did not toe the line. I did not give Carmen what she wanted, so I had to go. Even though the court told CB9 and Ms. Carmen Martinez that she, under no circumstances, should act or propose herself to be the DM of CB9, she apparently felt that she is above the law and still feels. So when I became the first vice chair and the interim chair, she tried to get me to sign blank invoices for her to fill in whenever she wanted. I refused to sign. Later she presented me with a form she had filled in for me to sign, giving her the authority to represent CB9 at district managers meeting and chairman's meeting. When I refused to sign, she became livid and called a secret executive meeting. You understand? At that meeting, she told them that I was not the interim chair, that Ms. Patricia Moore, Moses, who was the second vice chair, and I was joint chair. She even accused me of being the person who caused the past chairman to resign, even though she knew since the year before that he was going to resign. She told them I forced him out. I know they are the ones who are keeping him from resigning. I reported her behavior to Borough, even though I expected there to be some repercussion. The thing about it is, I'm not scared of doing the right thing. And that's why I'm off the board, because I am not scared of doing the right thing. In April 2017, I received a call from my sponsor, who is Councilman Naji Eugene, asking me why I didn't apply for reinstatement on the board. I told him I did on February 13, 2017. Even though I suffered a brain aneurysm a few days after that, I am here. He told me he received a list from Borough for confirmation and my name was not on it. And he further stated he would take care of it. I further had discussion with Mr. Ryan Lynch, who is the person in charge of the community boards, including CD9, who told me he personally requested that I be reinstated. Carmen stopped including me in the outgoing emails, even though I still remain the first vice chair until elections tonight. She stopped sending emails to me. She cut me off. My name is not even on there for this meeting. She cut me off, and I know why. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to remain active in this community. I am part of that organization, and I'll tell you what, this gives me the opportunity to do certain things that I wanted to do, but I kept from doing it because I was a member of this board. Thank you.
Well, we're gonna, Dr. Frederick, Dr. Frederick, let's bring it down, everyone. Dr. Frederick, thank you very much for all that you've done. And on behalf of the board and myself, I appreciate you. So thank you very much. Okay, so that's going to close our public comment period. And we are going to move on to acknowledgments of the elected officials, the elected official representatives, and agency representatives. So the first that we'll call up is Councilmember Lloyd Cumbo.
Good evening, everyone. Let me just say, I don't have at this time, the energy to combat this level, okay? So I'm going to speak. If you want to speak while I'm speaking, then I won't speak. And that's fine. All right.
Nobody screamed when other people spoke. We still got a vote to get to. Laurie, please continue. Laurie, please continue.
All right, then I'm not going to speak because I have health concerns and I'm not going to jeopardize my health to get into a verbal debate or altercation with anyone. I have something more valuable to look forward to.
Ms. Boyd, our council member is trying to speak. Thank you. We let everybody speak tonight. Let's get through this meeting. Please allow the council member to speak. Laurie, please speak.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to start off by thanking everyone for coming out tonight. As I heard all of the testimony tonight, we are truly a community that is divided. And when we think about how this process actually began, it began over a community center years ago that we wanted to create and build for our young people because things like our bowling alley, our skating rinks, and our movie theaters had dried up. That's how this conversation began, but when you hear about it years later, this is where it has ended up. I just want to remind people that in the interim of all of these conversations, town hall, and meetings, we have built no recreational facilities for the community. We've also built no low-income or affordable housing. With the most recent situation that has happened in our community, we are now overburdened with homeless shelters. And so part of what tonight is for me, part of it is we have to continue to move forward beyond this project to work on ways to create a real low-income, affordable housing plan for this community. Because this community, as long as we don't build low-income housing, we're going to continue to feel the squeeze that we are feeling and the push-out that so many families are facing. For me, I negotiated and spoke and been to many town hall meetings about this particular project. As it was going forward to the ULURP process, which is the power of the mayor, power of the developer to move a project forward. Anyone can certify a project and begin the process. But for me, the main point that we could not move past were the luxury condominiums that were part of this project. I explained that I could not support a project with 58 units of luxury housing on our public land. That's a non-starter for me. It's a non-starter for all the elected officials that represent this community. In addition to that, we have only 16 units out of the 330 that are low-income units. 16 units out of 330. We cannot together collectively push forward a project that is going to have only 16 units. We need to have hundreds of units of low-income housing in our community, and that's what I believe in and that's what I support. Other aspects of the project that are very problematic are also the fact that we don't have an agreement in place so that the wonderful recreational facility that we are talking about is affordable not just for the first year, but for the second year, for the life of the project that it exists. I don't want to support a project that the first year it's going to come out, sounds great, looks great, but the next year the very young people we built it for cannot afford to stay there. We want to make sure that the not-for-profit organizations that are part of the project are not there as an introductory window